Okay, hey, welcome back to Jesse Trades. And as you can see, I am not alone this time. I'm not recapping. I am not doing some live day trading. Instead, I have brought in a day trader. I have brought in a 14-year-old day trader. This is my son Levi. Levi, how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. Yeah, so we have some coffee here. Are you thirsty?
I am thirsty. I'd like some coffee.
All right, man. We'll pour some coffee because I know you wanted some. I wanted some, so let's get started. Let's have a good time. We have there it is. It's a little dark in here. A little French press action, and we will get started here shortly. I should have poured yours first. What was I thinking? Here you go. Get your cup out there. Awesome. So, for starters, one of the things at least we want to talk about up front is you are day trading and swing trading. So, just as a preface, before everybody's like, what do you mean he's a day trader? What in the world? Levi is a day trader, but he also does day trading on, I'll let you tell them. You do it, where do you do it, and how do you day trade? Not your strategy, but you do it on what platform?
I do it on Webull in a simulator.
Okay, yep. So, it's Webull and a simulator. And you've been doing this for how long?
Probably about pushing 5 months.
5 months now. Awesome. Yeah, so it's been about 5 months, and before that, you started off. Now you day trade in a sim on Webull, but you do swing trade and you do real capital with Fidelity. So you actually are making money as a swing trader as well. Correct?
Yes.
Awesome. How's that going? When did you start that? I forget. Did you started swinging before you did day trading?
Probably like 3 months before I started day trading, I was swinging.
Okay. Yeah. What got you into that? Because here's the thing. So, Mom and I were talking the other night on a Trade the Pool interview, and we were wondering, like, wait a minute, what did get us into trading? And Mom said, Levi. Levi started swing trading, and that kind of inspired. And then you started getting into the idea. You're like, hey, look, I made $10. I made $15 or whatever. And then we were like, hey, let's do that too. Let's look into that. So that kind of got us down the rabbit trail of really studying and trying to figure out what can we do to get into trading and all that. How exactly do you do it? So we found some names on YouTube, of course, and lots of people would recognize the names that we found and know exactly who they are. But that kind of got my wife and I, that got us into intraday day trading. But you were into swing trading. So tell us a little bit about that. What got you into it, first and foremost? What got you into swing trading?
Actually, it was my grandpa who got me into swing trading. He was a trader like a couple decades ago, but I think when the market started collapsing, he just quit trading. I think about 2 years ago, he repicked it up and started pumping money back into it and told me about it. And I thought that sounded like a great idea.
Yeah, and for you, you didn't just trade to just like sit on a trade, right? You were really swinging. Like you were like saying,
Yeah.
okay, I'll buy it here, and it could potentially go up another couple of bucks or whatever the stock was. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. What was the so after that, it seemed like you got some minor success in swing trading, and then Mom and I switched over to some day trading. And we got a Webull account. We put some money in that, and then you've got a Webull account. You use a sim, because again you're 14. So you use a sim for intraday day trading. Tell us about intraday day trading. When do you trade? What do you like to do? What are the things that you like to look for in your trading? Well, let's just start with this. When do you day trade? Because you can obviously trade in the markets from morning, afternoon trading. When do you trade? What do you like?
I like to trade the market open, where there's the most liquidity out of any other time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So you trade the market open. What stocks do you like to trade?
Well, my favorite stock as the moment is Intel. Guess I
I
just have a little bit of Intel on it.
INTC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You like INTC. What do you like about INTC?
I like that Intel is very predictable most days.
All right, okay, break that down. What do you mean by predictable? Because people listening, watching will be like, predictable? The stock market's not always predictable. I mean, there's probabilities, but what do you mean by What do you mean by predictable?
Well, first, it's pretty slow moving for a stock you're going to day trade on. And secondly, it kind of likes to just move in solid directions more than something like Micron Technologies, which really doesn't ever pick a direction.
Well, I feel like Micron does pick a direction, but when it goes bullish, it goes really bullish, and when we go down, we can really fall down. But I think you're right. I think INTC can be an easier stock to trade, based on even my own personal experience as well. So when you go in and you're trading, what are you looking for? You said you do the market open. Are you jumping in on that first liquidity candle, or are you waiting a little bit of time after, say, 5 minutes, or what are you waiting for?
Well, I'm definitely not going to get on the liquidity candle as soon as it opens. Not a good idea.
Why is that?
Well, why is that? Is because the liquidity candle in the first minute can pop up or down, sometimes like $5, which it's a 50-50, but if you're wrong, you're going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah. So you multiply 50 or 100 shares times $5 or $10. Sometimes those liquidity candles can be $5 or $10 or more. Yeah, you're losing a lot right off the bat, and you're giving yourself an ugly old red day right there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I've heard it explained too. It's like the market doesn't have when it opens up, we don't have anything to gauge it by at that moment, right? We have the pre-market, right? We can look back, we can look at the high and the low of the pre-market, but when that market opens up at 9:30 Eastern time, we don't know. We don't really know which way it's going to go, right? So how long do you like to wait for to kind of give it on any given day? And it, like what is your given time frame that you're going, okay, I think this shows that it's bullish, shows that it's bearish, or we're just consolidating?
About 10 minutes in is when it's safe to tell. Sometimes 5, but 10's more of a solid, okay, it's doing this or that.
Sure. Yeah, I would say anywhere from at least 5 to the other one, of course, is 15 minutes to really kind of gauge direction and things. Depending on the day, sometimes it can slow down after 15 minutes, and then you're like, oh darn, now we're in a point of consolidation. If I had just gotten in, that it's always in retrospect, right? I say this a lot. It's always in retrospect that you can see which way to go. But man, at those candles, let's say it's a bearish day, and you get 3, 4, 5 enormous red candles in a row. It's always like, oh, do I chase it? And I guess that's the question. Okay, so let's say you get 3 red candles in a row on what charts do you use? A 1 minute, 2 minute? What do you like?
I like to use the 2 minute. Not as loud as the 1 minute.
That's true. It's not as loud. So on that time frame, if we go down and it's like 2, 3, 4 red candles, are you a chaser, or are you going to wait that out on most given days?
Most given days, I'm only looking for the second red candle and to see how powerful it's going down. Not the fourth.
Not the fourth. So so you're saying after that you said 2 minute, right?
2 minute. 2 minute second red candle.
2 minute second red candle. If that thing starts to slip, if that thing starts to fall further, you're going to say, hey, I'm not going to wait. This thing really does look actually bearish right now.
Yeah, because if you think about it on like the 1 minute chart, that's 4 red candles.
Yeah.
So you've already got a pretty solid direction, and if a lot of traders are trading on the 1 minute chart, then they're all going to be seeing that and going short.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I like that you use the 2 minute. That's definitely, it does add, there's a little less noise with it. I've been using the 1. I kind of vacillate. I go between the 1 and the 2 minute, but the 2 minute's definitely valid to use, especially for our type of scalp essentially trading is how we're doing it. What indicators do you preferably like?
Preferably like a couple. VWAP is pretty much a necessity. So is the 9 EMA. Non-necessities, but they're pretty helpful, like the 200 EMA. Sometimes when it drops or goes up, and get hung on that.
Yeah. And do you wait for it so tell us about your trading strategy after, say, 15 minutes. What are you waiting for? What are you looking?
Well, various things. Sometimes I just like when it goes in a range, so then I can box it out. And if it breaks above that or below that, it breaks below it, I put my stop loss on the other side of the box. Very accurate, at least from all the trades I've done with it.
Okay, so when you say the other side of the box, so we've got a box here. Let's say it's a bearish trend potentially coming. If it breaks and goes further bearish, and if this is the top of the box, you place your stop at the top of the box range, or
Slightly behind the box.
slightly behind, being like further up, or
So this is the top.
okay,
This is the bottom. You put it right here above the top.
above the top.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so if you lose, you're gonna lose a bit, right?
Yeah, but if you win, you're going to win a lot too.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Do you ever average down, average in your trades, or do you just go in with a certain amount of shares and always come out a certain amount of shares?
No, when I short, I like to put half of my shares in, especially if it initially doesn't just drop. So if it goes up, I can short the same amount again. Then it averages my buy-in price up.
Okay. Okay. So interesting. Interesting. So you'll do half in, and then if it continues to go your way, you'll buy more.
No, if it goes the opposite way. So if it goes
Okay.
up, because a lot of times it does that, and then you can't get the same low.
Okay.
It's a little bit easier to do that because then you're averaging in the middle of that.
Okay. So explain that to me. So let's say we're going bearish. We break out of your consolidation box. And you decide, okay, it's going to continue to go with continuation to the down. It's going to go to the downside. It's going to be bearish for however long. You will get in with how many shares?
Typically 100. Well, I'll start out with 50, and then if it goes up a little bit, I'll do another 50.
Okay, so you do. So if when you say go up, you mean it stays bearish, right? Like there's more continuation to
It's
the
going
downside?
down, but
Yeah.
then it goes up a little bit. Right after I get in.
Right. Okay. So I've never actually I need to sit behind you and watch you trade then. So when it goes down, you will sell 50 shares
Yes.
because it's going to be bearish. If it goes back up, you do what?
I sell another 50 shares.
Okay. Yeah. So you average in, essentially?
I average up.
You
Yeah.
average up. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to need to watch you trade. I'm going to need to watch you do this.
I mean, I don't do that because of strategy. I do that because Webull will only let me short 50 shares at a time.
Oh, well, that's not the case. I can help you with that.
Sure?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you're in a sim, you could do a lot more than that.
Okay.
Have you
Well, it actually turned out to be a good strategy because it got me higher prices, so I was ended up making more money.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. How did your week how did this last week of trading go for you?
Very good for me.
You make it sound like you know that my week wasn't as good, huh?
Live on the same roof.
We do live under the same roof. So, okay. So your week of trading went really well. Tell us a little bit about it. Did you only trade INTC, or what else did you trade? If you didn't,
Yes,
just trade.
I only traded Intel.
You only traded Intel. Wow, you really like this one.
Yes, that and it's like very cheap, so I can get like
Yeah.
100 shares, which is easy math.
Yeah. Unlike MU, which sometimes I like the price action of MU. If I can kind of like figure out, okay, this is the trend, because then you can make a lot of money, but it does cost a lot more money to get into MU. But it also moves a lot to where you don't really need it to do too much. Even with 10, 20 shares, you can do some good stuff with MU. Okay, so your week was really good. Did you trade all 5 days?
Yes, I traded all 5 days.
Nice. Okay. And let's see, what else? You're still swing trading right now?
Yes, I've not done anything because the market's been kind of slow.
Okay. So you're just sitting on some money. You're just sitting on your positions at
Yes.
the moment, waiting for stuff. I know you had a position you had said in MFG,
Yes, MFG.
and so you did fairly well with that. When will you determine? Okay, the markets have picked up. Now it's time to. Are you just waiting for a certain price point with your current swings that you have right now?
Yes, some of them I want to go up. Some stocks I'm not currently in,
Mhm.
so I would like to watch them dump.
Okay, so you want to see them go down.
I want to see them go down so I can buy and get a lower price, which overall would get me more shares than I had originally.
Warren Buffett, baby, right here. Nice. That's awesome. That's really cool. Um, okay, so let's say somebody is starting off their trading career and they're new. What one piece or a few pieces of advice would you give to someone that is just starting off? Let's say they've never traded before at all, but like I want to try this trading thing. What are some things you would tell that person?
Well, the first is do not trade with real money. And if you do, if you want to, just do very small share sizes. Because you might win your first one or two, but then, it's not going to work out eventually.
Yeah. Okay, so if they say to you, "All right, but yeah, I have $50,000 that I just inherited from a family member that passed," what would you say to do, especially with a new trader, instead of using that money, or would you say, "Hey, yeah, use that money, but if you're gonna trade, do it in smaller share sizes"?
Yes.
Okay. What are maybe some other alternatives that people could do? Or are there other alternatives that you know about?
I know about really trading in a sim with fake money or trading with real money but with very small share sizes like 1 to 2 shares.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would definitely be, if somebody wants to use their own capital, I think that would be a wise approach. First off, start off in the sim, stay in that sim. Don't even use your real money at first. If you're a new trader, just learn how things actually work and move on a daily basis with the charts specifically. Every day is different, and you cannot be in this game for a week or a month or 3 months even and feel like, oh yeah, now I'm going to be a massively profitable trader. You're fooling yourself, because that doesn't happen. There are purple squirrels, but that type of purple squirrel is just that. It's very, very, very rare. The other thing that people can do, and I talk about this on Jesse Trades, is, hey, check out Trade the Pool. Instead of actually risking your own capital, you buy an evaluation with Trade the Pool. And if you pass the evaluation, they will give you 25K or 50K, whatever evaluation you went for, of their capital. So you're not risking your own money. Yeah, so I think that is a super helpful endeavor for somebody to potentially go down, especially if they're new or newish to trading. Even if you're in your first couple of years of trading, it is definitely something I think worth looking at. Is Trade the Pool something, or another even prop firm? Is that something that you would consider as you get to be a little bit older? Or do you think you're gonna, at 14, are you gonna jump right out at 18 and be like, cool, now I'm going to go and use my own capital? Do you think at this moment, or what do you think your game plan is?
I do not think at this moment that when I'm 18 I'm going to trade with my own capital. Unless it like astronomically maybe quadruples, then no, I'm not really going to want to do that.
All right. What do you think what's your thought process at the moment? And this is subject to change, obviously. 4 years is a long time.
Yeah. Well, my thought process is to, when I am 18, to buy an evaluation and try to pass in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I think the cool thing, we talk about this all the time, is 4 years is a college degree, right? Like 4 years is a long time. The fact that you are learning these skills, and trading is a skill, it's a skill set to be learned. The fact that you are taking the time to learn these things now at your age is going to put you way ahead by the time you do turn 18 and you're really ready to intraday day trade with your capital or somebody else's capital. You will be that much more established and ready, because you come to the markets every day and you have an eye for price movement, and you definitely have an eye for the charts and even some of the indicators that you like to use. So I think that's really great. What are some of your other just thoughts about trading? Has trading taught you anything as far as like character development, or what are some other just random thoughts you might have? And just spitball anything you want. Say whatever you want. This is Jesse Trades. This is an interview. You do whatever, you say whatever comes to mind.
Well, it's definitely taught me not to risk things as much. Because definitely have lost quite a bit of money in the simulator.
Okay. So you've lost a lot, and it's teaching you not to risk, but it's teaching you risk management.
Yes.
Right? Like that's the thing. It's like it's not teaching you not to jump out of the water at times, because you have to eventually, I mean, you can obviously take a day where if there's nothing to trade or if the trading isn't moving in the way that you like, hey, it's better to not take that risk. It's better to say, hey, I'm going to keep my capital for the day. So I think that is much more advantageous for sure. And what are some other things? Has it taught you anything else? Does it teach you patience?
Well, I already am a pretty patient person.
You are.
I like hunting and fishing, so patience kind of goes along with those trades.
Yeah. Out of hunting, fishing, trading, and chess, you love chess.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing?
Well, with money potential, definitely the stock market and trading. I mean, anything I do, that's the one thing that, like, okay, that one actually make me money. Chess, I don't know about that. Hunting and fishing, those are really just hobbies, so I think it'd definitely be a tie between chess and the stock market.
Yeah. Yep, chess and the stock market. I feel like you probably study chess a little bit more, but I don't think that's bad at all. I mean, I think it's really great. I think it's awesome that you study chess. But I have read about other traders, and one of the things that they look at trading is truly like a game. And a lot of them will point to chess specifically, and they'll say, "Hey, chess teaches strategy. Chess teaches patience, right?" And there's a lot of crossover, even with the brain and how we see things and patterns that people will have. So I think, if anything, it's so cool because you're studying chess and then you're day trading too. But I think that studying of the chess is going to make you probably even a better day trader in the long run.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, you talk for a minute. You tell me more. Tell me more of your thoughts.
On what?
How good is your coffee?
Pretty good, but I did get the butt end of it.
You did?
84 years
You got the bottom? What?
It was pretty close to it. You're like a Comanche Indian or something.
Are you
when it comes to coffee.
Comanche Indian? Come on.
You literally could drink just beans. I mean,
no, you can't drink beans. But I do like dark coffee. What's better, percolator coffee or French press?
percolator coffee.
You're not my son.
You drink percolator coffee though.
I do drink it, but a French press is far superior in my obviously my humble opinion.
And taste bud preference.
Taste bud preference for sure. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So 14, great trader. You do some swinging. You think trading is something that you'll hopefully develop to the point where you'll just do it in perpetuity throughout the remainder of your life? You have a plan of like, hey, cool, I want to do this maybe for 10 years, 20 years. Like, how long do you see yourself day trading or swing trading?
Well, the day trading, it doesn't seem like on a sport you're going to get physically injured, so you're forced to stop. Unless you mentally go insane, I'm pretty sure I could do it for the rest of my life.
Yes, unless you mentally go insane. That would definitely be a reason to stop day trading for sure.
Well, you wouldn't notice, probably.
You probably wouldn't notice, and I would say, if trading doesn't work out too well, it can definitely drive you insane. So at some point, it might be like, I have to quit now. I'm insane. What in the world?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so what else haven't we talked about or haven't we covered? Is there anything else about trading you wanted to bring up that you wanted to talk about? Anything else come to mind with trading? I day trade, you trade, Mom trades, and we talk about, when we're not trading, we do talk about trading a lot, don't we?
Yes. The only thing is I have more than one strategy, and that is the VWAP break.
Ooh, tell us about that.
So with the VWAP, say when it's going down, VWAP is always the one thing, if you want to short it, you want to see it break and hold below. Because if it doesn't, it means that's support. And if it's support, it's very likely to bounce. So when it's going down, and I see it break below VWAP, I want to see the close of that candle. And if the next candle starts going red, then that's my entry.
Ooh, yes.
And same if it's been going down, but it comes up to VWAP. If it taps VWAP and just goes back down, then you short it again. What if it just goes up, it breaks it, and the next green candle pops above that green candle? Then that's your entry going long.
I like that one. Yeah. I like that one, and I get really excited, especially if something's been bearish for a long time and it starts coming up, and I see that it's broken VWAP, but it'll break VWAP, and then I'm like, okay, cool, now's the time to get in. I did that this past week on a stock where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll get in. It broke VWAP, cool, but then the next candle, it starts to form, and it goes up a little, and then it goes back down VWAP, and then it starts making lower, lower, and lower lows, and before long, I got stopped out. So it's like that failed
Yeah.
VWAP test where it does break it, but then it falls below it again.
Yeah, that's one you got to be patient with.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, Levi, 14-year-old day trader, swing trader, chess extraordinaire. Anything else you want to mention? Anything else you want to say at all? This is your chance to tell the world.
I don't think so.
Cool. Awesome. Well, son, it's great having you on Jesse Trades, and it's great to interview you and talk to you and go over your strategy and day trading and everything else that you do, and you do it really well. So it's going to be really cool to see your journey as you progress. I'm really excited for it.
Me too.
Very good. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and this has been a fun one.
Yeah, thanks.